the great Jerry Stiller. Today's Festivus?
Was it yesterday? I'm trying to remember.
We should know this. You aired your grievances yesterday on Channel 7. You should know which day Festivus was, right?
I generally don't know what day it is anyway at this stage in my life. When you're in your 60s and you're working part-time, you literally, Joe, forget what day of the week it is.
It is today, by the way.
Happy Festivus.
Happy Festivus.
To you and yours.
Where's the poll? We don't have a poll
and
in
feats
here.
of strength will be Joe wrestling Owen, right? You're going to try and for feats of strength.
I would not like to do that. I'll wrestle Joe. I might have a better chance there. I'm giving him a lot of size there.
Because you look like you've been working out. I thought
short.
maybe you look a little jacked, so I thought maybe you were
Owen could probably pick me up and throw me however he wants.
He's a big dude.
Yeah,
he wouldn't. He's a nice guy. He wouldn't do that to you.
Although we were talking about this with we were just talking about Tage in the break. Sometimes lower center of gravity actually can be helpful. So
I can get toppled.
Yeah. All right. Festivus.
So what's new, Joe? What are your grievances that you'd like to air?
My grievances are probably going to sound a lot like your grievances sounded like for this team.
Yeah.
I don't have any with the hockey team right now. I'm feeling good about that.
Isn't that nice?
We're here on December 23rd, and I don't have a grievance really to give you about the Sabres.
It's Christmas, and they're in the race.
When's the last time that happened?
A long time ago.
Even though they are third from the bottom.
Whatever. Well, aren't they like 2 or 3 points out of third place?
Yep.
And a wild card and all that stuff.
They're hiring people I've heard of.
Hey,
that's good.
It's Christmas, and they're playing meaningful games.
Yeah. Tonight, 7 in a row they're going for against the Ottawa Senators.
Last 7-game win streak?
So the last 6-game win streak was 2022. I don't know if that one was extended to 7.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just
we all know the last 10-game streak.
Which season was that?
2018.
Okay.
That's Skinner in overtime against the
San Jose, maybe, or maybe
the Sharks.
I think there was a shootout or 2 in there.
So how'd you feel about Sunday? How'd you take in? Were you ever nervous? They were only up by 3 for multiple drives in the fourth quarter.
No, but it's not. It's weird. We were talking about this last night on the TV show. At any point, did you think they're actually going to lose?
Yeah,
I never did. There have been a number of games this year where they haven't necessarily played well, or they're trailing or whatever, and I thought, well, they'll come back and win. The only game I actually thought, oh man, they're really going to lose, was New England. The one they came back and won.
Yeah.
So I just figured at some point, honestly, that the offense would get a touchdown.
Right.
6 drives going absolutely nowhere is beyond me. But I also thought, I didn't think the defense was going to give up much to Cleveland. And the way Rousseau was playing, I thought guys were making plays. Poyer, Trey White, Milano, Rousseau. There were multiple guys making plays. I really didn't think they'd even give up a field goal. And if they did, I just figured the Bills would find a way to win it. I wasn't worried.
Yeah, it was a weird defensive game in that they were getting chunk plays against them, especially early by Cleveland. But I left that game thinking, wow, especially Poyer, Rousseau, and even Bishop. Bishop saved a touchdown on that one screen pass. That those 3 were awesome the entire game. And I still felt like the defense should have probably looked better against an offense that's done nothing all year. Yeah,
and it certainly hurt Cleveland when Judkins went out. Like, he was a big part of it. You could tell he's a big part of their game plan, running and receiving and throwing to him. It's funny, with the safeties, first off, I need to apologize to Jordan Poyer.
He's been great.
I didn't think he had anything left.
Yeah.
When they signed him, I thought, I'm not even sure if he plays. He's been terrific. I forget if it was the last series. No, it was the first and goal at the 4. They ran the ball on first down, and Poyer popped a guy and stuffed him for no gain.
Yeah.
And he got half a sack at some point. I think he's been playing great. And you mentioned Bishop. How cool is this? Have you guys even talked about the safeties in recent weeks? Probably, in a bad way.
Not in a bad way.
That's the thing. You don't even think about them anymore because they're good. Cole Bishop and Jordan Poyer have solidified the safety spot. Beginning of the season, I was a nervous wreck with that position more than any other.
Yeah.
Now, we don't even have to say anything. They're good.
It's turned into a strength.
Yeah,
really.
which is where it had been so long for Poyer and Hyde. So that's promising, hopefully, in the playoffs that the safety spot is ironed out. There's issues elsewhere, but the safeties are playing well.
Well, and Poyer's got a hamstring injury too now, and suddenly, right, like you did not think at the beginning of the year, I tell you Jordan Poyer's a hamstring injury, and your reaction would be, oh no, I need him to be out there because he's been very, very good.
Yeah,
and it's helped Bishop a lot, I'm sure.
But so I wasn't worried, but the idea of the offense going from literally they're scoring every drive to zip.
Right.
Like next to nothing is troubling. And once again, the story continues that they just don't have wide receivers who are good enough.
They do not. Cooks with the drop, and maybe it feels a little different if Knox just hangs onto that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, game's over.
The game's over, and that would have been a third game in a row where he would have made an impact for you in the past game.
Yeah.
And you didn't get it.
But, Hardman pretty much just dressed for special teams.
Yep.
We're sitting here talking about Keon Coleman isn't good enough to dress for games. And I don't know why Gabe Davis was scratched. I would play Gabe Davis over some of these other guys. But yeah, that's obviously this is an off-season discussion, but they have to blow the wide receiver room up outside of Shakir.
Yeah, we'll get to Howard Picks the Bills in a second here. I opened the show with what's the thing that right now you think is going to hold them back from going to the Super Bowl? And wide receiver room is kind of the obvious one.
Yeah.
Is there another thing that comes your
on offense? No.
We got a lot of like Joe Brady's play calling just in general.
Yeah,
but defensive personnel is still the thing that I find a lot of people are worried about.
The troubling part is that we're thinking about offense holding them back at all.
Right.
We never did. That was not anything we thought about. Largely the playoff losses, there are some exceptions obviously, but since Josh became Josh, largely the playoff losses are due to the defense. Mm-hmm. So it is, I have had the thought, like we could be sitting here talking about the reason the Bills don't get to or win a Super Bowl could be the offense isn't good enough in the postseason, which perish the thought. We've just never had to deal with that.
If that happens, I think all the people that have turned their attention right to McDermott after these playoff losses, it's already been a lot of Bean this year.
Yeah.
If they lose a game like that, Brady will get his heat, but everyone's coming after Brandon Bean the day after, more than they would McDermott. Because in these past playoff losses, it's almost always this coach is not going to get you to the promised.
That's right. Although I think he has evolved. I think he's gotten a little bit more aggressive coaching in the playoffs than he was early in his coaching career, postseason coaching career. But I think if they go belly up, in a year where Kansas City didn't make it, Baltimore might not make it, Burrow and Cincinnati didn't make it. You want to talk about this is 05-06, and the entire Western Conference is falling, setting up Edmonton as the 8th seed in the final if you just get there. This is playing out exactly how you would have wanted it to play out.
Yeah.
If they don't make it, the roster is going to be why. It's not good enough, period.
All right, well, let's see if it's good enough for Howard to pick them to go to the Super Bowl. Let's see. Howard picks the Bills.
A tradition unlike any other.
You know why I'm on the block? Because your stupid Trevor Lawrence advice, you...
It's time for Howard to pick the Bills!
I will go out on a limb and pick the... What's the line? What are they, by 10?
10.5, I saw.
On the road.
Yeah.
Put that up to 16.5, folks.
Yeah, they should walk. They should cruise. Cleveland has played... Against the bad teams, they're competitive. When they play the good teams, they get their butts kicked. So I would think the Bills should win and should win easily.
On WGR, Sports Radio 550.
So much for that.
He was so mad at Trevor Lawrence, who's now awesome.
That was however many years ago. Jeremy got me to go in one of his guillotine leagues.
Yeah.
So, I'm on the block. Would have been something I didn't have. Maybe I can't remember if I had Trevor Lawrence or whatever. Point is, I was just angry at Jeremy.
Okay.
Because Jeremy always
makes sense.
He just doesn't look out for my best interests ever.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, let's have Howard pick the Bills. Joe, I'll have you pick the games that are in doubt in the AFC in the last 2 weeks. Sound good?
Sure. Yeah.
All right. Start week 17. Howard, Bills and Eagles. The Bills are a slight favorite in this game.
Yeah. So the Eagles,
second to last home game of the year.
Eagles, really good defense. Might get Jalen Carter back this game, which would not be good from the Bills' perspective, but very good defense. It's so funny that in Philadelphia, right, what have they been talking about? What's wrong with Jalen Hurts? Why can't they pass the ball? Why is A.J. Brown unhappy? Why are Saquon Barkley's numbers? They're still very good, but they're not getting the explosive, big running plays they got throughout last season. So it's really weird to hear this discussion emanating. It kind of reminds you of a couple of years ago. The year the Bills lost to the Eagles and got screwed in that game, lost in overtime, and Philly just kind of plummeted towards the end of the season. I think I'm really concerned about the Bills' offense facing the Eagles' defense because we know that the Bills' defense is somewhat of a roller coaster ride. The Eagles, I had a stat. Let's see. Only one opponent all season has reached the 30-point mark against Philly.
Wow.
The Bills averaged 28 a game. Philly's held 12 of their 15 opponents to 24 or less. So that's a challenge for the Bills' offense. Having said that, I don't think people are probably thinking Barkley's going to run for like 250 in this game. He won't. He'll get his yards, but I do think the Bills will find a way to pull this one out. I'm going to go Bills winning in a one-score game with the score probably in the mid to upper 20s.
All right. 12-4. Yeah, the Eagles, they remind me right now of the Texans.
Oh, in terms of
their offense is
terrific defense, offense, who knows?
Their defense is amazing.
Yeah.
They should not be that, though. They have so much more talent on offense.
Right.
But they just, for some reason, they...
Look at their skill positions. Look at Barkley, Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert is tied for the most touchdowns among tight ends in the league. He's got 10 touchdowns.
Great players.
And the line's good when it's healthy.
That's the thing. It hasn't been healthy
Although
this
I
year.
think they're going to get Lane Johnson back, I think, for this game.
If it's not this game, I know he was supposed to come back soon.
So the line has been banged up, and that's been a large part of their issues. But Hurts he's averaging barely over 200 passing yards a game.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'll take the Bills in a close one.
All right, 12-4. I'm putting in Jags over Colts and Steelers over Browns. Joe, I'll have you pick a pretty close one in the spread between Houston and the Chargers. That game's in L.A.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. I worry about the Chargers' offensive line against Houston's defense, so I got to go Houston here, I think.
All right, Houston with the win jumps the Chargers. Chargers fall from the 5 to the 7, and the Bills go to the 5 going into Week 18. New England, I'm going to put a win in against Brady Cook and the Jets, if that's okay with everybody.
Really? You don't think Brady Cook will school the Patriots, huh?
I don't. It'd be great. So now we go to Week 18, and the Bills are still alive for the division, but they're going to need Miami, and they're probably going to play at the same time. So
I would
imagine the Bills starters are playing against the Jets.
If the division's in play, you'd have to.
In red helmets, also remember.
Okay.
And maybe the final game at Highmark Stadium.
And Miami starting Quinn Ewers or maybe
probably
Zach
Quinn
Wilson?
Ewers. Yep. So who do you got? Bills and Jets.
Bills. I mean, the Jets are they got blown out by the Saints.
Yeah,
how bad is that?
If you get blown out by Tyler Shuck or Shao Shuck. Tyler Shuck. The Jets were shook.
That's rough.
Yes, they were.
Bills finished the season 13-4. 13-4 and maybe as a wild card. Because I got the Patriots beating the Dolphins. Right, Joe? We good with that?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
The
Zach Wilson would give them the best shot. I just don't. I don't think they're going to do that.
So the last game then I'll have you pick then is Chargers and Broncos. The Broncos would be playing for the 1 seed.
Yes, they would.
The division would be over, but the Broncos for the 1 seed. Who would you have? It's in Denver.
I like the Broncos in Denver. I know it's a divisional game; it could go either way, but I think they have a lot to play for with that 1 seed, and they're gonna see it through.
All right, Jags over Titans is easy. Texans over Colts. So that sets up an AFC playoff bracket that features the Bills at the Steelers, the Texans at the Jags, and the Chargers at the Patriots, with Denver as the 1. So, Howard, Bills at Steelers.
Do you even have to ask?
1.
I mean, come on. That's the matchup I think every Bills fan
They beat the Lions, though.
would want.
That's a pretty impressive win.
It was,
on the road.
but the Lions' defense is banged up. It's bad. I think that's the matchup you'd prefer, the Steelers, right? I don't think anybody would be afraid of that one. I will take the Bills.
Joe, who do you like? Texans at Jags in round 1. That's going to be the early Saturday AFC game because it always is. But that's a good game.
It's a good game, and you knock one of them out. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the Jags here. I'm not going to lie to you. I think they're undeniable right now with the way they're being coached, and Trevor Lawrence has just been unlocked. So they're looking really good.
How about Chargers at Patriots?
Chargers at Patriots. I worry about the Chargers' offensive line. I really do.
Okay.
I do think, though, Herbert does give him some juice, and Harbaugh does coach a scrappy team. They might be able to surprise, but I'm going to go New England.
All right, New England and Jacksonville winning sets up a matchup between those two in the second round, which means Howard, Bills at Broncos in the divisional round.
Tough matchup because of the Broncos' defense.
Mm-hmm.
Although, we do
them
see small market teams going to Denver and getting wins.
That's true.
Ask Liam Cohen.
That offense, that performance by Jacksonville to do it against that defense on the road.
That's impressive.
Awesome.
I'll take the Bills.
Bills at Broncos. All right. I would also be confident in that game. So now, Joe, you've got Jags and Patriots.
I think the
Jaguars. In New England.
In New England, I still think the Jaguars beat the Patriots. I'm going Jags all the way here.
I like it too. All right, Howard, that sets up that means no more games at Highmark Stadium. That's fine. To go to the Super Bowl, Bills at Jags in the AFC Championship game.
This is so cool. The very first playoff game Sean McDermott coached as a head coach was where?
In Jacksonville.
Comes full circle. They beat Jacksonville to go to the Super Bowl.
All right.
It's like the football gods wrote the script.
Yeah. Bills at Jags. That would be such a good game, I think. I think that is the most complete team in the AFC against the best player in the AFC.
I love it.
Allen and the Bills beat the Jags. Okay, we did not pick the NFC. Let's just do it as is very quickly. Packers at Bears in round 1.
Bears.
Bears. Mm-hmm. Rams at Eagles.
I would say Rams. Eagles don't know what they are.
Okay. Niners at Panthers.
Oh. I mean, I want to say Panthers, but I do think the 49ers get it done.
All right, so that sets up the Rams at the Seahawks in round 2.
Okay. I'm going to go Seahawks here.
Okay. And then Niners, Bears.
Bears. I think Ben Johnson's going to make a run in his first year as head coach.
So Seattle, Chicago in Seattle in the NFC Championship game. Go ahead. What do you got?
I'm going to go I'm going to go Seattle. I think they do get it done.
Okay, that sets up Josh against his best buddy.
Oh, wow.
Sam Darnold.
Him and Sam Darnold in the Super Bowl. How about that for storyline? 2018 draft class. They're big friends. All right, Bills and Seahawks in the Super Bowl, Howard.
I like that matchup. I don't mean to undersell Darnold. He's played well this season, but I certainly would not worry. You wouldn't go into that game. Like if it was Stafford, I'd worry Stafford could carve the Bills defense up.
Yep.
Darnold
has
about
the big
Darnold
game
doing
implosion narrative around him.
And that I know when we had Bills Rams, I took Rams. If it's Bills Seattle, I'll take the Bills in that one.
Okay.
Bills Super Bowl champions.
Howard just picked the Bills to win the Super Bowl, everybody. It's a Festivus miracle.
You realize this carries no weight whatsoever.
It carries all the weight.
It carries none.
When's the last time you picked them to win the Super Bowl?
Last year, I think.
You haven't done it this year?
Oh, God, no.
Okay.
Yeah. I wouldn't have picked them to make the Super Bowl. I just, it's the holidays. I might have had
He's in a good mood.
I might have had a nip or two this morning before I came in.
Some eggnog?
A little bit.
All right.
With a little whiskey chaser.
8:50 in the morning. I love it.
I was up at 5. It's midday practically.
Yeah, you were doing your prep for Howard Picks the Bills.
And this way you and Jeremy can do your shows from Santa Clara all week.
You'd be on it. Probably
You'd be on at 3 a.m. San Francisco time. That's great.
I'm not sure how many people are wandering around Radio Row at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Well, no, all the East Coast, any East Coast station with morning drive there, you wouldn't be alone.
Yeah, but what people are walking around like to come on your show? Oh, you want to
get guests.
Yeah, there would be no guests.
Not at well, if you do, they'd be inebriated.
The only way we're ever getting guests is if they have a Super Bowl in London someday.
Would you sleep or would you just stay up all night and go to work? I mean, you got to be at Radio Row at 2:30 just to get ready.
Yeah, I'd stay up.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'd be up all night.
And then I would go to sleep after the show.
Joe thinks he's producing on site. Don't break it to him don't crush his dreams that he would not be going.
Don't believe that's how it works. We video producers sometimes though are needed in on site.
Yeah. Owen, sorry, buddy. I don't want you guys.
No, I think he might have a
Owen
shot.
Owen would go.
Maybe.
I gotta look at it. Set up a camera or two.
No, I think it's gonna take London for us to probably go into a Super Bowl. London Super Bowl.
Oh wow, we're already thinking down. Okay,
they'll have one there someday.
Eventually.
Yeah. Eventually.
It'll be the Super Bowl at the new Kansas City Stadium.
Yeah, Arrowhead done. 2031.
31, yeah.
And they're going across the state line to Kansas.
You're late for break there, buddy.
You're here. That's not my fault.
It's not my fault. Joe.
Even if it is my fault, I get to blame you.
No, you blame your producer.
It's kind of on me.
And him.
Yeah.
Right. I'm
up.
the least at fault.
Yeah, he's got to get in your headphone and go, break.
All right. Thanks, Howard.
Merry Christmas, everybody.